to talk about the Gamesjam. I'm here a little bit for like a quarter to talk about my vision, for a quarter to pitch the games for jams, and most of all I'm here to drink beers. This is me. I'm a game researcher at Voltage University of Applied Science at the HVA, I think, that's in Amsterdam, at the UvA and at the TUA. I have my own company called Lab. We do great stuff. You might know me from making games in weird environments like swimming pool. Cool. We make games for children and parents to play together. And I'm doing my PhD, I'm actually finished, and my research was about how to get the learning into the games. If everyone ever want to go into serious games, don't do education, because it sucks, basically. My research was on motivation, so why are people engaged and how do you transfer this engagement to other stuff like learning or physical activity or for the moment to therapy. Quite awesome stuff. One of the most important things that I found in my research is autonomy support. It's a main drive for motivation and for keeping engaged in your game. So I was really interested how you can make games that are autonomy supportive and still do something you really wish people to do. Because autonomy support asks people to experiment, to explore and to struggle with something they're not familiar with and to find out the truth for themselves. It's kind of exciting, isn't it? Like you go into somewhere and you just hustle around and you find something like, oh my god, I'm the only one finding this piece of armor nobody has ever found, but it was placed there by the designer. So I tried to sort of translate this to the game jams we organize. And this talk is actually normally meant for people who organize game jams, so I thought like, how should I just try to sort of change this towards you guys? And since there are so many game jams popping up everywhere, it's hard to choose a game jam you like to engage with. So you need to really think about what kind of game jam you'd like to participate in. I think the game jams, and that's just my vision, are there to inspire and connect. I've hosted many game jams in the last 4 years. You might know me from the Games for Health Jam, but the best game jam in my opinion is the Games for Diversity Jam, which is coming up next year. We're going to do them on all sorts of places all over around the world. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. So like last year we explored how LGBT perspectives on life could inspire new games and stuff. I didn't have a clue how being gay would change the game design or sort of gameplay, but apparently it could. So we did it and it was fun. Next year will be about ethnic backgrounds and then religion. Can you imagine an Islamic game? I would love that. It would be amazing. I like to participate in game jams myself too. These are a couple of examples that you might know. I also participated in Pillow Jam last year. And there are so many, and as I said, there are so many game jams going on everywhere. And most notably is the Global Game Jam. I think you all like it, no? I don't actually. I'm going to be a little bit unfriendly to the Global Game Jam because it's a great thing going on. But if you go to the Global Game Jam in, let's say, Hilversum, everybody's sort of locked away in this small confined room. Nobody's actually talking to one another. And then you have to shoot each other with Nerf guns and stuff. There's this really weird jury going on, and they're going to say that your game is bollocks, which I worked for like 48 hours. It wasn't that good though, but really like, you really need to say that? And there's only like one winner, and sure, these people are connected, but not in the most friendly way, is it? Still, don't get me wrong, like the games that come out of the game jams are awesome. Just think about L.A. Noire, think about Glitch Hiker, think about my PowerPoint breaking. Oh my god. I think that's battery. Anyway, it's kind of sad because I came up with this. I think these game jams that are mostly focused on winning, sort of bringing the bad things in people. We made this game. Sure, thank you. We made this game during the Global Game Jam last year, and the only focus we had was to win. And to win, we thought, you know what? We make this really weird game, really disgusting games, and we do everything wrong. So we did. We actually it was 2 years ago. The theme was Heartbeat. So we thought, you know what? We make a game in which two hearts compete with one another. In one heart, like the girl needs to be picked up to make sweet love, as a company said. Actually, she's being raped. To move them forwards and to have the male heart rape the women heart, you had to squeeze actual pieces of meat. Well, sure, we got the attention and we got an honorable mention. But if I remember and I think back about these games, I'm like, really? Did I make that? I'm doing the games for the diversity jam, doing all this feministic stuff, and I'm making a game in which a women heart is raped by a male heart. It doesn't make sense, and it's only because I really wanted to make an impression about all these people, right? I really wanted to be cool, which I want. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? But then I sort of lost track of my yeah. So, how do you make a game? Because we finished the game and actually still a bit proud of it that we finished it and then we showed it and we got an honorable mention and stuff. But how do I find the struggle and the experimentation and the exploration? How do I still feel autonomous in this sort of game design process? Yeah, I really don't know what to say anymore. Oh yeah, let's talk about the diversity jam. So we did the diversity jam. Oh wait, here we go. So what we did, we made a really easy game, and we just put some knijpers. What do you call these? Thank you. Those in meat. That's it. That's the whole thing we did. We did nothing special. So next time we went to the game jam, I said, okay, if we're going to do a game jam, we need to do something we don't know shit about. It must be this really big struggle to find out what we're actually going to make and what we're going to do. So happily, and this is where inspiration and inspire comes in, so we went to the List Summit in Copenhagen. And Pendant was there too. And you went too. So the List Summit was about sex, romance, and love. That's exciting, isn't it? So we went to this boat, this love boat in the middle of Copenhagen. We sat down with all these people I had never met. And I took with me this guy who was a therapist in sexual abused children, and we made a game for sexually abused children. I had no clue what kind of game would come out of it. I brought two guys I sort of met from my former job. This friend of mine, he's a therapist, I sort of knew him. And then we sat down with an experienced expert, someone who was sexually abused, and we made a game. That was kind of exciting. And kind of sad, because he started to talk all the stories, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I actually know what it feels like to be sexually abused by now, and it's kind of cool. At the same time, it is really sad, right? It is a sad thing, but this was so... I think it was really enriching because I did something I actually really didn't know. Over there yet? Almost. So, the sexually abused game got me thinking, like, if we do stuff like this, and if I organize the next game jam, we should do something that people don't know. That you do stuff you don't know. That's actually all my work. I always start with something I absolutely don't know where it ends. Like making games in the swimming pool.
The inspiration was.
Thank you, the inspiration was. Thank you. So we had the inspiration. So if you want to get inspired, go to a game jam. Go to the pillow jam if you never made a game controller made a game about it with a pillow. Go to any game jam, but think about something you've never done before and do it. Because that's what a game jam is about for me. Thank you. Right, I'll make it more.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. So, this one. Really? Is this your computer? You work on this? Anyway. Inspiration comes from things you don't know. Just choose a game jam that do stuff you don't know. Like going on a train jam sounds really exciting, but if you're going to make a game has nothing to do with the train or the wide variety of lands you cross, who cares, right? Do something you don't know. Inspiration also needs to be found in the organization. We went to this dev camp by Games for Health Europe, and these guys from Pendant, which is a huge commercial e-health company, they just wanted something they actually already thought of. If you let yourself drive to those game jams, it's just a pitch. It's a really cheap pitch for these commercial companies. Don't do that. Don't go to these game jams. They're awful. They can be good though. If this guy gives you stuff that helps you connect, inspire, and connect. No. No. I did went to this dev camp with students I didn't know and they didn't know each other. So I was there to get inspired by them and to connect with them. And as I said, don't go to these game jams, they suck. Right? Don't go to a company that thinks they can get your core business for free. Game jams are there to connect. These are my colleagues and I in Pendant. At the Global Game Jam. That was fun. Go to game jams where there are open spaces, like in Pendant. Go where they have breakfast, lunch, and where people dine together. To get to know not only your own team, but also other people. Go somewhere where you can sleep in the same space with people you don't know. You never know what happens. Search for a game jam that helps you to connect to other companies. With the Games for Jams, we are connected with so many parties that help you to show off your game. So it's not only made in the small confines of this one weekend, but you may actually be able to reach other people. Like the Games for Jams are presented at so many conferences and so many places that actually your work sort of travels along with this circus going around and around and around. Just make sure that your game jam does something with your games other than just post it on the website. We went with the Games for Diversity Jam, as you can see, we went to, this is Night of the Nerds, and these are children 1 to 15, 11 to 15, sorry.
1 to 15.
And they played our games about being gay. Isn't that great? There were 1,500 children playing your game. And they thought about stuff like what it meant to be queer, what it meant to come out, what it meant to lie about your sexuality. It was pretty amazing. And we did a workshop and we talked about what it meant to be feminine or masculine and did it really matter and stuff. Cool stuff. So basically, again, it was sort of a pitch. But join us at the Game Jam, and if you ever go to do a Game Jam, make sure that these Game Jams help you to inspire and to connect. That was it, thank you.